buddy Landon, his buddy Andy, Bubba Squatch. We had to deal with a dog.
Yes.
We are covered in dog hair, but we, as much as we vacuum and push, we finally figured out a sure way to get dog hair off, and we're gonna educate y'all. And this is a how-to video of how to get all the dog hair off when you got a hairy dog.
Easy one-step feature.
Yes. Woo! Oh, that looks cool, but you know, I'm old.
Woo!
Yeah.
You know what's worse?
What?
I left my phone in my pocket.
Did you?
He got me.
Look, there's me. But this is us getting dog hair off.
Yeah. Because it is everywhere.
Yeah. Not as much anymore. Oh. So now we have upgraded from two guys in a hot tub to two dudes
And a swimming pool.
in a swimming pool.
Yeah. Yeah, I get my sunglasses are all foggy.
Yeah. Mine are. There we go. That helped. So we are working on a book.
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah. Plausibly paranormal.
Yes.
The characters are based off of him and me. What?
Sorry, I keep sliding.
Oh.
Why? It's so...
I don't know.
But yeah, it's based on us. It's even got our names in it and everything.
Yes.
Which makes sense since they're based on us. But
And it's at the Bubble. It's gonna be a Bubble World. Well, no, a Bubba Shark.
yes, Bubba Shark production, just like the Lights Out books.
Yes. Because
Yeah.
when Bubble World gets together with Dark Steel,
Yes.
it becomes Bubba Shark.
Yes.
Because he uses sharks as his.
Which now
Logos.
Bubble World Comics, the YouTube page, and Dark Steel have actually become one page now.
Yeah.
Now it's just Bubble World Comics. Save for confusion, some of the Dark Steel videos will transfer over to Bubble World Comics, so watch out for that. And also that drone video, that comedy video we did,
Yes.
it's now on Bubble World Comics. So please go check that out because it's hilarious, it's funny, and it's got a twist ending.
Yeah. If you're wondering where to find that channel, you're already there. If
That's
if you're
right.
watching this, you're already there.
Yeah. Well, my glasses are still fogging up.
Oh,
Uh,
that's sad.
yeah.
But yeah, this is the new Bubble World pool. I gotta clean the hot tub and move it around. But it's summertime, so we're using a pool instead, and we were covered in dog hair.
Yeah, we really were. That was no lie. So,
Yeah. What little hair was left was after a mound of hair we managed to get off and still could not get it all off.
Yes. It's probably still on us at this
Yeah.
very moment. I don't know. But should we tell them a little bit of snippets about the comic book?
Yes. It's about two guys. Well, you know what? He wrote it, so I'm gonna let him explain some of it.
I'll leave you with this. It's about two guys that are passionate and want to become ghost hunters, but let's just say they suck at it. And everything paranormal they think they face isn't really paranormal, and therefore that's where the plausibly comes into place.
Yes.
And I don't want to go into too much because I want you to be able to read it, look at it, and experience it for yourself. But it's a comedy. It's
Yes,
it's
comedy.
a little bit different from Lights Out, and
Yes.
I still don't know what the plans are for Lights Out book. The
Oh.
last book.
We are doing it. I'm gonna draw it as soon as I get some other projects. He wanted this project first because it was so much fun, so I pushed it ahead. And I'm gonna redraw Lights Out 1 and 2 along with the third one, which is the third one was already a combination of like 2.5 books.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're just gonna make it one graphic novel, and that's a true horror book. But I want the art style to be consistent,
Yes.
and I may toy around with that now that I got a little more time. And it's gonna happen. And if you follow this or the Bubble World page or the Bubble World Facebook,
Yeah.
you'll see, because I'm blogging more, and we'll be vlogging also,
Yes.
and we're having fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And he wrote all the comics for them together, and he wanted me to write some, but instead of writing comics of the characters, I took my narrator character that I created a few years back to use in some of my comics, because he goes through all the comics, umbrella of the comics, and I tied all of his
Yes.
stories together to one, using the narrator as in between, and the narrator actually shows up and does stuff, and you know, they don't interact really.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more interesting because narrator wasn't written into the story, but we needed a way to be able to
Tie them together.
tie them together. And I was just going to, book one or comic one, comic two, and just do it a boring way. But he already had the narrator character,
Yes.
and we thought, and he thought, hey, this would be a cool way to introduce it, to tie these stories together, and also create pretty much its own MCU universe in a way. And it's pretty neat.
Yeah, because my narrator is going to be appearing in the Captain Geezer graphic novel I'm working on, and and if I ever do another Tales from the Appliance Graveyard, I'll use him in that.
Yeah.
And if I ever do something that needs a narrator, the Roscoe series that we did together spawned off the prequel comic that is now on the Sunday Funnies, which I'll put the link because it's funnypapers.weebly.com.
Yes, and
It is about to become
a sequel.
to the YouTube series,
Yeah.
meaning instead of a prequel of him being a Crossroads demon before he got fired, he's going to be back with Landon's family in the comic, and we're going to name the comic once it's done.
Yeah.
Roscoe, there's a monster under my bed, and his snoring is keeping me awake. And because he's basically Uncle Roscoe to the kid, and but that's going to be appearing as a serial comic
Yeah.
in the Sunday Funnies that I'm doing.
And we were able to do, in the comics, there's going to be things that will happen that you couldn't do on video.
Yes.
In filmmaking.
Be
And
easier.
there was a scene in the Babysitter or Imaginary Friend episode, and our friend Shane played Aiden's imaginary friend.
Yeah.
There were scenes that were shot that was supposed to appear after each episode after that, of him trying to come back into Aiden's life, knocking at the door, and us finding a crazy way to turn away. There was one way, there was going to be an alligator come up and grab him and pull him out of the shot, and as we shut the door. And we had a CG computer-generated alligator
Yep.
in that scene, just like how we used the green screen with the lion. We were going to do that with the alligator.
Yeah.
But it was so much, and honestly, my computer, we were doing this all ourselves. We had no production team or anything. This is our money that we used to make these videos.
Yeah.
And it was impossible to do.
Yes.
It was hard to edit these videos with just a regular non-powerful computer, just a regular laptop. It was difficult, and we did what we could to work around it.
There's even a scene where he shows up soaking wet because Roscoe, when he teleported him into a lake. Me and Shane literally went to Choctaw Lake
Yeah.
and filmed him popping up out of a lake in the same clothes, yelling, "Dang it, Roscoe!" And we filmed him showing
was
up at
shot,
the door. But there was one crucial scene we didn't realize we had not shot to tie it together, so we couldn't use it. Although I have I think I have already used Shane because now Roscoe does vlogging. Occasionally he will cut wind, and if it's silent, it's somebody that he knows. If it's loud, is usually me in the room, and we pop up somewhere, and usually it's in a body of water just because it's funnier. But I've used that with Shane. I used that shot with Shane in a Roscoe video where he just farted and Shane got teleported, and it's just random people.
So in some way, you got to see that scene without
Yeah.
actually seeing the scene.
But we also hit him with a bunch of pies, and that did not.
Oh, yeah,
that did not make it.
That was like the last scene we shot, and it never made the cuts for the next episode.
Yeah. So Shane went through a lot.
There was probably about 30 minutes of footage that never made the final cuts just because they were impossible to edit.
Yeah.
And it's sad. Maybe one day we'll bring it back up, but if we had the right production team, if we had the money to do it, we would recreate episodes using that old footage, but we don't have the budget to do it.
Yeah, but in the comic we can draw it. In fact, I don't know if you've seen the current Sunday comic of Roscoe, but it's like 5 or 6 tiers,
Yeah.
and it's Roscoe standing there talking to a guy, and all of a sudden a portal pops up behind him.
Yeah.
And Roscoe's got a weird face, and the guy goes, "What is that?" And he's explaining, "Oh, it's a portal. See, when I break wind," and while he's talking, the guy gets sucked through and disappears, and the guy's gone. And he goes, and people tend to get sucked through them, and I open up portals with my farts, and he looks around and he's like, "Dang it, I never get through telling them before it happens." And his little cousin monster standing there. Maybe you should talk faster. But then next week, or it'll be up by the time this is up, the following comic is that same guy. He had just arrived. He's standing there and he's soaking wet, got a trail of water, and he says, he says, "Does that portal usually, he says, that portal dumped me in a lake over there. Does that usually happen?" And Ross goes, no, not at all. It usually dumps them in the lake over there." And a lot of our videos, you know what? We need to film a Dang It Roscoe that we can put it in this, but then I can edit it out. So, okay, we're going to dunk underwater, and then we're going to just pop up.
Okay, do we need to end the other video, or?
No. The people here, we're telling them what it's for, but I'm going to splice this out.
Gotcha.
And this is basically what we do at the end of our videos when Roscoe teleports somebody, but this time it can be both of us, so it can be a video that he's doing without me.
Gotcha.
We're going to go under and we're going to come up and we'll just look around. Dang it, Roscoe.
I seriously thought that was a jellyfish. Yeah. Okay, you ready? Dang it, Roscoe!
Dang it! He got my glasses finally. I thought he'd lose my glasses. Dang it. Where were you at?
I was over there.
Oh, okay. I was over there. There we go. We got that in. We're gonna take that out and put it at the end of a video for Roscoe whenever he lets out a poot.
So relaxing.
Yes. Anything else we want to vlog about?
It don't matter. I don't know.
Well, let's see. This is my week off. And there's stuff I'm not going to vlog about until it happens. But I'm selling ads and working on the food and shop guide.weebly.com, which is where the supporters of Bubble World Comics go, because it is literally just a guide of food and shopping and around Mississippi. And I sold 3 today and wasn't hard at all. So I'm going to go out to Starkville and see what I sell tomorrow. And so I had a good day. I've already made up 2 of the ads, and I took some pictures with a puppet, elf puppet, Elf on the Shelf. He's gonna take over my Instagram tomorrow. Whenever this goes up, the Instagram probably be done took over by the puppet. And just fun things.
Yeah.
And I've got this pole, so we're gonna vlog more in it. And I like your entrance. I might try that entrance for a vlog one day.
We ought to get my phone.
Uh-huh.
I got a slow mo feature on there,
Ooh.
and just like do so many slow mo shots of us jumping in or coming up looking.
What if we came up with Nerf swords?
Yes.
Okay, this vlog is officially over for now. We're gonna stop it, get his phone, and we're gonna have a Nerf fight.
Crazy videos
Yes.
and slow mo.
It's slow-mo. Bubble roll coming.
Hang on. Read more comments.